Keystone XL, of course, isn't the only pipeline on the table, and tonight we're getting a better idea of why Alberta and Ottawa are so desperate to build these pipelines. Alberta's finance minister says the province is facing a perfect storm. Canadian oil is selling at a deep discount in the United States. World markets seem increasingly out of reach, and resource revenues have plummeted. The current pipelines are full, and as Francis Silvaggio reports, Ottawa is also feeling the squeeze on its bottom line.
There's about 170 billion barrels of oil buried beneath the Alberta soil, yet despite this vast wealth of resource riches, the province is preparing for the worst.
It can be a blessing or a curse, and we've allowed it to be a bit of a curse because we've become so dependent upon it.
Economists say budgeting on unpredictable resource revenue has become a dangerous gamble for Canada's economic engine. Alberta bet on significantly higher oil and gas prices this year and lost. Projected deficits could now more than triple to $3 billion, forcing government officials to raise the red flag.
This is not going to be a fun budget. This is going to be a budget that will show that we are serious about reining in spending.
Officials blame the shortfall on increased oil production in the U.S. and a significantly discounted price due to lack of access to world markets.
Because of the constraints that are in the short term, we're about $20 a barrel disconnected from the world oil price. So $20 a barrel by the 2 million barrels of oil that we're exporting out to those markets is about $40 million a day.
That's vital revenue lost not only in Alberta, but across the entire country.
Maybe we'll have to raise the GST. Maybe we'll have to raise personal income tax rates. The point is, and there's no free lunch, the revenues have to come from somewhere.
Increased access would help offset some of those losses. That's one of the reasons Saskatchewan's premier added his voice to Alberta's, sending a letter to Washington last week urging the president to approve the Keystone Pipeline.
The Keystone Pipeline, as the experts have weighed in, if ever approved, will actually narrow that gap. Many believe it could eliminate that gap.
Nebraska's approval is a major step towards improving access, but does little to change Alberta's dependence.
Now the government's going to say, oh, wow, we've been saved. All of our prayers have been answered, and now maybe the pressure's off. I don't want the pressure to be taken off.
Keystone is still far from certainty, and so is Alberta's future. Francis Silvaggio, Global News, Calgary.